Tonight we start the first of our three-part series, You Asked. And one question we've been asked by several people is why aren't there more businesses and restaurants in Great Falls? We've seen some growth, but we've also seen our fair share of stores closing down. I sat down with two men who are in part responsible for the growth of our city to see how they plan to strengthen one of Montana's already most powerful natural resources and what they see for the future of Great Falls.
Costs much less to settle here and to start a business. Some of the other communities in Montana, it's just much more expensive to get started.
Montana's biggest cities range between 50 and 60,000 people. The Flathead Valley, Bozeman, and Missoula all growing and fast. So I asked Great Falls Development Authority President Brett Doney, what about us?
Community with tremendous potential, but untapped potential. You have these wonderful assets, the river being one of them. It's the most underutilized asset that we have, the history of the area, the recreation in the area. The whole idea, though, is you have to work together to take that potential and make it reality.
10th Avenue South is the busiest street in central Montana, where businesses have thrived for decades. Meanwhile, over here on the West Bank, it's taken decades even for this much just to happen. So Great Falls may have potential, but what's taking the city so long to make their goals a reality?
I think a lot of people are frustrated by what they see happening in Missoula and Bozeman and maybe Billings. There's some dynamics in those communities that we're just not going to match.
Great Falls City Manager Greg Doyon recently called the Montana Retail Association to find out why some of the restaurants people would like to see aren't coming to Great Falls. Part of it is the location of the business. Does the city have the right traffic count? They also look at socioeconomics, disposable income in the community, and their average income to see if it fits their book of business.
You're not seeing a lot of franchise restaurants coming into Montana. What you're seeing is a lot of niche restaurants. So that fits what they shared with me in terms of what's working.
Zoning also plays a part in what's best for the city and business. Opening a butcher shop in a vegetarian neighborhood? That doesn't make sense.
Really, the company ultimately decides where they want to go.
Some question if local developers and city management truly want to see Great Falls grow.
We want to have businesses and industry come in here, and it does take a partnership to do that. And so we're willing to do that, and we don't always get it right? So we always look at our development process, which is occurring now, and hopefully it will make that better and easier.
And in contrast to the cities we're compared to,
these other places that are being so built out or growing so fast and are creating such a cost for development to occur there, impact fees and those types of things that we don't have, then all of a sudden they take a look at Great Falls and say, hey, we can go there and we can do it in a much more affordable way and meet our business needs. So that'll be interesting when that happens.